obviously, the bottom line is winning, and we're 2-0 and in the catbird seat. So really cool. Proud of these kids. Good to see Buzz. 3 hits. Just continues to get better here when we need her the very most. And I talked to her a little while back. I said, hey, we talked to this whole team, but it was really kind of at somebody like her, and the message was, it's a new season, and I know that the first part hasn't gone exactly the way you may have imagined it, but there's a reason, and what you'll remember is how you finish. You'll remember the end. We tend to forget the journey, and we tend to remember the very end. So it's cool to see her just being very consistent. She's had a lot of good at-bats here over the last probably 3 weekends now, and it's cool to see. Made some nice plays here today too that really could have stopped some runs, so it was nice. But thought that Morgan Day was good, not great. Too many free passes, hit by pitch, gave up 4 of those with 4 or 5 hits, and it makes it tough. So 9 runners, and that makes it tough. They did a nice job. Thought they had a really good plan against her, flatten their swings out a bunch, and were able to get on top of that rise ball. So all in all, good defense again. That seems to be the MO of this team, and the offense just continues to do some nice things. We just got to be better with runners on base, 2-out stuff. We left way too many runners on, didn't execute. That's probably on me. I should have probably ran some small ball stuff. I get excited when we get runners on and we have a lead, and I probably should just keep pressing the gas down. So that's on me. I'll have the gas on from here on out, and we'll make it happen.
Coach, I think yesterday you told us you were scared when Hayley took off for home. Was it kind of the same thing today after that ball goes into third?
Well, I told her, I said, stop, and she saw it well again and went, so I was good. I'm there to coach and guide, but I've told these kids when I got here from the first year, do not be a robot. Play with your eyes. You guys are good players. That's why you're here. So let your instincts take over. Don't let me take those out of you. Don't let any of us. So your instincts are what you've earned. And so she's done very well. I don't know if you don't follow our game, that play that she made, that little pop up over the mound, that's a play that is brutal in our game, because most first basemen don't get there. And that was a rally killer for those guys. That could have really hurt us. They had no business being rewarded for a hit, but if that ball hits and falls, it's going to spin weird because of our ball. And just the little things like that, that's instinctual play. She hasn't played a whole lot of first, but she's played a whole lot of softball. And when you play a lot of softball and you pay attention and you've been coached right, and she comes from a good family with baseball and all that kind of stuff, you tend to make those type of plays.
I wanted to ask about that play in particular because you'd had the RBI single in the half frame before that it bounced perfect. It just landed in the perfect spot. Does offense sometimes key good defense? I mean, did you go back out that next inning saying, man, I'm feeling good, I'm 3 for 3, woo, and then you make plays. You made 2 plays there.
To be honest, I think it, plays a little bit of a role into my defense, but somebody came up to me and was like, I think it was Sydney Pennington. She was like, "Oh, are you 3 for 3 today?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess so." And with, like Coach G said, it's a new season, but with the season that I've had and not performing as well as I've wanted to, 3 for 3 is a good day, but I'm really just trying to back up my pitcher when I go out into the field, doing everything that I can, whether I'm 0 for 3 or 3 for 3. I have to do everything that I can to help Morgan Day, or if Kelly's in the circle or whoever it may be, I have to play my role there. And so I kind of have to keep them separate. Does it give me a little bit of momentum? Of course it does. I think that, it's a good feeling when I'm going well for my team. But when I get into the field, I just want to do everything that I can to make a play. And like Coach G said, I've played a lot of softball. I've played a lot of infield. And even though it's not a lot at first, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable of the game, and I just want to do everything that I can to help my team win.
Between the play last night, which Kenny said wasn't the plan, the double steal, it wasn't called called a double steal, but it ended up being one. And then like today, where he talked about you seeing the play with your eyes and taking off. Is that in your mind, is that your experience showing?
I think so. I love to run the bases. Last year, luckily, I was able to jog around the bases a couple more times than I have this year. But I think that that's actually one of my favorite parts of playing softball. I'm not that fast, not super slow, but I like Coach G said, I get to play with my eyes. And, you know, we do a lot of first and third plays during practice. And one of our first and third plays is if you see the ball through, you go. And Coach G came up to me and he was like, "You gotta make sure that you're gonna be safe 100%." And I was like, I thought I was. I was going. Sometimes I think I might think I'm a little faster than I am, but I feel like when you get a good read on the ball, it doesn't matter how fast you are as long as you're playing with your eyes.
Kenny, she's not going to know this question, but you don't have a kangaroo court, do you?
No, she'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's okay.
That's cool.
I'd probably
What's a
pay it because
kangaroo
she scored.
You pay it for her.
I pay
got
it because
you.
she scored.
I got you.
Hayley,
Oh, is that like a fine or something?
Ask your dad. He'll fill you in.
you alluded to your home run numbers from last year, and obviously you can look at the numbers and see the difference. But what has this year been like for you? And then on top of that, what is working for you lately?
I've kind of switched a lot of things up. You know, I've been working with Coach G, Coach Jeff, and Coach Shippey, everybody on the coaching staff, just trying to get me in a better place. Not really worrying about my power numbers, just worrying about having good at bats, putting good swing on balls. And you know, it's been a rough year. Just trying to find, you know, the swing that works for me, the swing that works, you know, consistently. And I think I'm in a really good place right now to do that. And to be honest, you know, with Kate sitting here, you know, me not going that great at the beginning of the year, I think that it showed her. I think that she got to step in for me, and she's really ran with it. And I think that that's, you know, the beautiful part of this game. And because she was able to step in for me in right field, and I'm able to work myself back out of it, you know, I was able to be put at first base and kind of hopefully, you know, take that position. But you know, I wouldn't change this season for anything. And, you know, we're still going. We're still riding, you know, everything that we have right here. And, we're just, you know, working really hard to get exactly where we want to be, and I know that we can, you know, be in OKC. We got to win tomorrow, though. We got to win this next game.
Katelynn, I asked Kenny about your recruitment yesterday, and he was talking about your pitching. When you got here, did you view yourself as a pitcher who could hit or a hitter who could pitch?
A hitter who could pitch, honestly. I mean, coming in, like, I loved pitching, but I always knew that, like, hitting was my thing. So when we had the talk that it was like, what do you want to do? I was like, you know what? Hitting's it for me. So I kind of like took that and I just ran with it. And I'm happy I did because it's made me who I am today.
Could you talk about Chelsea and the spark that she's brought at the top of the lineup? She had another good day today.
Yeah, I think Chelsea being at leadoff has been a really good thing for us. I mean, she's like, our lineup has changed more this year, trying to figure out who fits into what spot, but I just think she has amazing energy. And her being at leadoff has, no matter if it's bunting or it's walking or hitting, whatever she does, she always finds a way to get us going. And I think that's one of the best things for us right now.
Coach, what did that error in the fourth inning used to do for your team in terms of just energy and momentum?
Yeah, I mean, it was very fortunate for us. I saw it happening when she was turned to throw. I just felt, I saw the way her body was. I was like, oh, this ball could get away. And when it did, it kind of opened things up for us. You know, and I know it really kind of broke their back or really put them in a bad spot, I guess. This time of year, like, errors, they just eat you up. They're like walks and hit by pitches and all those kind of things. It's momentum for the other team. And there's a reason that all these teams are here because they take advantage of that kind of stuff. And when it happened, I was like, "Whoa, we have a chance here to go." And good things happen. So unfortunate for those guys, but it was a nice thing for us.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.